as you practice with me, I'll talk about sitting in your comfortable seated posture of choice, or something like that. This means sit with your spine straight in a way that you're not going to fidget too much, or at least you'll just fidget consciously. But that's another story. For now, we're sitting in a way that our spine is straight. So that might mean that you need to be seated in a chair, and that's great. It might be that you want to try and sit on your mat, but you find it really uncomfortable. So here's where we bolster. You can sit on the edge of your cushion. You put your bum bones, those sit bones, onto the edge of the cushion. You fold the cushion onto the fleshy part or under the fleshy part of your bum, and that can help the knees ease down towards the floor. You can lift that bum as high as you want to help that. It could be that your knees just don't want to go there and they actually need some support, in which case gather other cushions and put them underneath your knees so that you're comfortable. Over time, the muscles of the bum and the inner hip may loosen so that your hips flop open more. If that's the case, or you're already there, you can tuck your heel of your right leg into your pelvic floor and place the left foot in front. This is called half sage's pose or Ardha Siddhasana. It may be that you can already or will eventually be able to put your left foot on top of that right foot and tuck the heel into the pubic bone. Siddhasana, sage's pose. You might like to try getting into lotus pose, but if your knees hurt, please don't. Just sit in something that doesn't hurt you. If you go in there, however, half lotus pose, the right foot crosses onto the left hip and the left foot sits underneath the knee, supporting it. Half lotus or Ardha Padmasana. Or you may want to go into full lotus pose where the left foot sits into the right hip. Padmasana or lotus pose. Of course, it may be that none of these cross-legged poses are comfortable for you at all, in which case you go back to your chair or you can sit in kneeling. If you can't place your feet completely flat on the floor, give them a little bolster so that you can comfortably sit back on your feet. If your knees aren't bendy enough to sit back on, put a hip cushion between your bum and your calves. Right hand over left hand, thumbs folded. Sit back, straighten your spine and be comfortable.